Hi folks, welcome to Rentacampa.com. This is our elddis majestic 180 motorhome. I'm just going to give you a quick guided tour and show you how things work. So, go into the main door. To your right, this is the switch for the electric step. This will automatically go in when you start the van, or you can use the switch to do it yourself. Bear with me because I'm useless at things like this. Anyway, rear lounge, plenty of storage all round, and roof vent which literally just opens like this. This is the main area of the bed, very easy to do. Under the drawers, pull out this section all the way over the stops and down. Once you've got it to that section, the two end cushions on there fit in the middle, and that makes your bed. Literally lift it up, push it back, and job done. TV is in this area. This is the plug, 12 volt, plugs into there. The control is always sat on there, ready for you to set up the TV. This will be unplugged when you collect the motorhome, so we'll need plugging in. Next, go on to the wardrobe. This is where all our information is. Policy details, our terms and conditions, landlord's gas certificate, etc. In here you'll find a table. This is a freestanding table that goes into between there when you want your dinner. This box here with the red light on is to turn the aerial on. Switch is under there. The aerial itself is there. If you're struggling for signal, you can turn this at the top of here, push the aerial up and lock into position. Remember to pull it back down before you set off. Next, we've got the bathroom area. Through the door. Toilet is very easy to use. The blue button on top of the toilet is the flush. The grey handle there is the release into the tank. So once you've used the toilet, flush the toilet and pull the release there to empty the waste into the tank. Obviously the shower and tap are self-explanatory. Light switch for the toilet is there. Next we'll go into the kitchen area where you've got a cooker. Obviously don't put the lid down when it's warm. The back left is a hot plate, the rest is gas. Cooker, quite simple, push in the knobs and press the igniter for it to work. Sink, use the taps as normal. That way for cold, that way for hot. You might do that. Fridge, you've got three settings on your fridge. First setting is off. The plug setting is 240 volt for when you're on hookup. The 12 volt battery setting is for while you're driving. So when you set off in the motorhome, put it to this setting, it will keep the fridge cool. Bottom setting is the gas. Once you've got it into the gas setting, you need to push this, keep it pushed in and press the igniter. Once it's lit, you will see this gauge gradually go up into the green section. Keep hold of this button, keep that pressed down for around 15-20 seconds and then release it. And as long as the red line stops in that green gauge, the fridge is then lit on gas. Obviously you only need this if you're not on electrical pump. Microwave obviously works on 240 volt only, and the microwave dish is kept behind the seat there. Another dining area. This table can be lifted off of there, fold the leg in, and that belongs at the back of the driver's seat in between those sections. This table is also used for the bedroom area in the dinette, which literally fold the leg up, take the table off, and it sits on these rails under there with the cushion that's supplied, goes in between to make another bed. Plenty of storage in here, down there, and there's all your pots and pans, cutlery and everything's in there. Main control panel, which is quite simple. You've got a master switch, which always leave on. You've got the light switch there for the dinette area. It puts the lights on in the dinette area. This button here tells you how much water is in the tank, and also the first setting is how much power is left in your battery. Pump is for the water pump, so once you've filled it with water, turn the pump on, pull the tap up, and you should have it. All your water will come out, and your awning, if your awning light, is there. Next control is your heating and water. This is currently on electricity, so for the water, if the water's off and you're on electrical cup 240 volt, put it to number 1 line like that, and within 15-20 minutes you'll have hot water. If you want it a bit faster, you can push it on the number 2 setting. If you're on gas, put it onto the gas setting. So if you're not on electrical cup, use that one. If you're not using the water, just turn it off. Excuse me. Same with the heating. Turn it off into the off section. This is your temperature inside the van, so it needs to be set wherever you feel it needs to be. That's if you're on electrical cup. So the wavy lines is for 240 volt. If you're not on electrical cup, you want it on the gas sign. If you're not using it, just put it in the off position like so. Plenty of 240 volt sockets in the motorhome. There is lights under all the units. In the back of here, there's all lights under the unit, and also a light switch here to put the lights on at the top. All the windows have blinds. Literally pull down, job done. Only other thing inside the motorhome is the ladder to get into the top bunk. The ladder is always stored up there. It literally fits on there and goes into the catches at the bottom of there. Cab area, the motorhome does have climate control, 6-speed, cruise control, all your steering wheel controls, sat nav if you need it, and on top of the dashboard is just excuse me, just before you set off, when you leave the campsite or wherever you are, just a checklist to go through, make sure all the windows are shut and things like that. To the exterior of the motorhome. These are the vents for the fridge and the cooker, nothing to worry about. To the rear, this is the gas locker. When travelling, please make sure the gas is turned off, which is on the top of there. When you pull up and you want your gas on, literally undo it and then turn it off again. If you do happen to run out of gas, there is another bottle in the camper van. All you do is at the bottom, there's a spanner at the bottom. Remember, this is left hand thread. Undo this left hand thread and swap it onto the other bottle. And then once you've tightened it up, please make sure it's tight. At the back of the motorhome there is a bike rack, which you're welcome to use. To this side there is some storage. We have seats under there, there's some levelling blocks, hammer, Euro socket and things like that. This can also be accessed from inside the motorhome under the rear lounge area. Under here, below that area is a tap. That's for your grey waste. So everything you use in the sinks goes straight into a tank under the motorhome, and this needs to be emptied when you leave the campsite in the grey waste section where it'll be on the campsite. Toilet, nobody wants to do this job. Quite simple. Once the cassette is full, which you can see from the inside, literally pull the orange handle, pull the cassette out, empty it in your campsite, swill it out, and then in the cupboard in the bathroom there are some tablets just to put into the toilet. Fresh water goes into there, literally fill up with your hose pipe, or the hose pipe supplied with the van, and once it's full you'll see the water coming out under the van. This is the area where the electric hookup lead goes. Next to it is the leisure battery. Once you're plugged up onto your campsite, as you can see, the cable goes through that little area there. Shut your lid up, job done. Don't forget to undo this before you leave. This is the van itself. I think the last thing to mention is diesel is in that section there. Literally use the ignition key to fill it up. If you have any issues while out in the motorhome, everybody has my number. You're quite welcome to ring me at any time. And thank you very much. Bye bye.